Thinking about buying a home in Spokane or North Idaho, but you don't live nearby? Maybe you're moving from Seattle, California, Texas, or somewhere even further away. Maybe you're a remote worker or relocating for work or family. Whatever your reason, you can buy remotely. In this video, I'm walking you through exactly how to do it step by step, from research to keys in hand. If you're serious about making a move this year, start by grabbing my free Spokane, North Idaho Remote Buyer Guide, link in the description below. It includes worksheets, checklists, and local market notes to help you buy with clarity and confidence. Without further ado, let's dive in. Before you scroll listings or watch your virtual tours, let's pause and get clear on why you're moving and what you really need. Ask yourself and your partner family, what are your non-negotiables? Bedrooms, square footage, lifestyle, rural, suburban, near the water, commute to work, airports / schools, etc., etc. You know what I mean. What are you unwilling to negotiate on? Then ask yourself, what is your budget? Not just for the mortgage, but utilities, property taxes, insurance, travel, remote worker needs. I mean, everything needs to be taken into account because it's going to hit your bottom line. And not to mention, what's your timeline? Do you need to be moved in by a certain date, or are you flexible on the timelines? Are you comfortable making some trade-offs like buying sight unseen or maybe renting short-term while you get familiar with the area? I deal with it all. This clarity will shape everything from your search filters to your neighborhoods that you ultimately pick. I'm here to serve you and give it to you straight. Speaking of, here's one of the most important moves. Hire a local agent who does remote purchases often. This cannot be more clear. Why? Because remote buying is not the same as a local move. You need someone who can be your eyes, your ears, and your advocate on the ground. They should be able to do things like do live video walkthroughs and 3D tours, attend inspections and appraisals and walkthroughs on your behalf, coordinate with people on their team such as title, escrow, lenders, and local services, and help negotiate differences between Washington and Idaho when absolutely necessary. When you interview potential agents, make sure you ask, how many out-of-state clients have you helped in the last 12 months? If the answer is 0, you need to move on. Having a strong agent makes the difference between a smooth remote purchase and a stressful gamble. Next, you want to get pre-approved with a lender licensed in Washington State if you buy in Spokane, or Idaho if you buy in North Idaho. Pre-approval does 2 things. 1, gives you a clear budget, helps you know what you can realistically afford, and 2, shows sellers you are a serious, ready, and able buyer, which matters in competitive markets like the Spokane, North Idaho markets see themselves in routinely. Make sure you and your lender account for all costs. I'm talking down payment, closing costs, property taxes, homeowners insurance, and in Idaho especially, you're going to want to make sure that you take any special considerations depending on the parcel, like the septic, wells, and access to the property itself. Now, the fun part, shopping for your home remotely. Thanks to modern tech, this is actually easier than ever, and it's what I do every single day. When searching from afar, don't sleep on those 3D tours and live video walkthroughs. Walk through the home with your agent live in person over a phone call. Ask to see specific details. Make sure we're checking the water pressure, the views from the back deck, outlets, closets, roof age, yard boundaries. You get the idea. Ask for drone or aerial footage. This is very helpful of the lot or neighborhood when possible. It gives you perspective on the various surroundings, lot sizes, proximity to neighbors, and many other natural boundaries and artifacts that you're going to want to be aware of. Then request a full property disclosure, HOA documents if applicable, of course, neighborhood maps, and utility internet availability info. Important for remote workers especially. I get this question all the time and I can't stress it enough. do your homework. Then you're going to want to make a wish list versus a deal breaker spreadsheet. Include must-haves. I'm talking bedrooms, lot sizes, commute time, school zones, etc., and nice to haves like garage, yard, views, low HOA costs, etc. This process lets you narrow the field without making expensive trips, which can really make a huge difference in the end on how stressful this move can be for you and your family, and still get a feel for the homes and neighborhood. Once you've narrowed down houses you like, plan a short trip, if possible. Of course, even a quick long weekend to visit the top 3 to 5 homes in person can make a huge difference. Why does this matter? Virtual tours don't catch everything. Walk the actual neighborhood, drive the street at different times, morning rush, evening rush, check commute times to your work, your grocery store, the airport, hear what traffic noise is really like at all times of the day. This is going to really matter to you in the long run. If travel isn't possible though, don't skip the next step. Just add more contingencies to your offer. See step 7 here in a moment. When you're ready, have your agent submit an offer. Because you're remote, make sure your offer includes things like an inspection contingency. Even if the home looks perfect on video, you never know what you're getting into. An inspection contingency can save your butt. Appraisal contingency, if we're financing, of course, closing cost timelines, and remote closing plan, especially relevant if you're out of state. Virtual walkthrough clause, so you or your agent can review before finalizing if possible. Financing clause or funds contingency to protect you if a loan or cash funding falls through. And also communicate clearly. Make sure your agent, lender, title company, and any inspectors know you're remote. Get contact info, closing instructions, and timeline details up front. We can do this. We do it all the time. I have a great team at my disposal, but we need to know what we're up against. When the offer is accepted, now the due diligence begins. Hire a local home inspector. I'm going to help you out with that. If you can't attend, have them record video walkthroughs of every room, systems like the plumbing or the HVAC or the roof or the foundation, the exterior of the home, the yard, the boundaries. You get the idea, right? If the property has a well, a septic, or rural elements common in parts of North Idaho especially, and specialized inspections like a well water test or a septic inspection or surveys, zoning access review. Idaho law requires the seller to provide a written property condition disclosure, but you shouldn't rely on that. So make sure to do your due diligence. Don't forget to review the title commitment, the disclosures, the HOA documents, utility availability, and neighborhood covenants, codes, and restrictions, especially outside the city cores. Confirm with your title company and lender that remote online notarization or e-signatures is available. It should, but you always want to double check, and agree on how the keys will be handled via a lockbox, a courier, in person, handoff from your agent, etc. This is critical for remote closings, and I've had hiccups before in the past, so make sure we communicate clearly and ahead of time. Then of course, we want to maintain communication. Set up video calls with your agent, your inspector, your lender to walk you through any findings together so that we're all on the same page. Your agent should be able to help coordinate all of that with you so that we are very clear about what we're getting into. If there are any issues, you still have the contingency window to negotiate, renegotiate, or walk away depending on the contract terms is critical, so make sure we have a clear understanding of all of those. Assuming all inspections, appraisals, and contingencies are clear from the contract, it's time to close. Because you're remote, using e-signing or remote online notarization in most states and title companies will absolutely support it, is going to be critical. So make sure we have all of that set up ahead of time. wire or schedule funds transfer per the escrow and title instructions. We want to confirm deed recordings and title insurance, and all of that has taken place. Determine how you'll get the keys via the lockbox, a courier, an agent meetup, or other arrangements, because if you don't have keys to the home, you won't be able to get in your home, and your first experience will be breaking into your home, and that's never good. Right after closing though, plan logistics. You want to make sure you got movers, utility setups, mail forwarding, address updates, and if possible, schedule a personal visit to walk the property before you move in. Oftentimes here in Washington State called a final walkthrough. This is especially important if you weren't able to do so earlier. This is your opportunity to get eyes on the property before you officially take over title. Because you're not just buying anywhere, but specifically in the inland Northwest, there are some unique things to know. Mainly, seasons matter. Northwest winters, snowfall, rural roads, ice have an impact on driveways, inspections, and utility readiness. So we want to make sure we take that into account. Main thing being snow covering, latent issues with the roof or the yard that we weren't able to see because it was covered in snow. We want to make sure we're doing our due diligence, or we're buying a property that we're confident in without those things being able to be inspected properly. Rural versus urban split. North Idaho and some outlying areas may have wells, septic, unpaved roads, HOA differences, or zoning quirks. Make sure that our inspections, our surveys, and disclosures reflect those realities. Not to mention internet and remote work readiness. If you work remotely, verify broadband or fiber internet or reliable internet options before buying. Starlink is a very common option out here. What's available in description doesn't always match in delivery, so we want to make sure we check those ahead of time. And let's be clear, we're talking about two different states here, so local rules differ between Washington and Idaho. We're talking property taxes, disclosure laws, closing procedures, homeowner protections. Make sure your agent or your lender or your title know the specific state requirements and differences between all of those. I know that's a lot to take in, but here's how I help clients buy remotely so they don't have stress about it. Main thing, I pre-screen and tour potential homes using a high-def video, drone shots, and detailed walkthroughs using my 5 senses. So I tell you what I see, hear, smell, feel, taste, whatever I can sense, I make sure I'm communicating it with you very clearly so you get a good idea and sense, no pun intended, of what you're getting into. I coordinate inspections, repairs, HOA documents, disclosures, and local due diligence. I make sure we work through that contract inside and out in order to protect you and your potential purchase of your new home. I handle negotiations, paperwork, and remote closing logistics. This is what I specialize in, and I do it every single day. Not to mention, I support you through the move, the various timelines, the moving company referrals, the utility setups, the local trusted vendors that I work with every single day, orientation to the area and the neighborhood. Basically, you get the keys, I handle the heavy lifting. I uniquely understand the problems of remote buying and relocating specifically, and I'm here to help. Here are mistakes I see often and how to avoid them. Assuming high-speed internet is delivered, verify speeds, provider, and contract ahead of time. You'll never see me skipping specialized inspections such as for your well, your septic, or rural access. Water rights in Idaho especially can be fairly tricky. Always, I make sure to try to include those contingencies in our offers if applicable. Using out-of-date lenders not licensed in Washington, Idaho, this is a no-brainer. I work with local trusted lenders that I work with every single week. Always want to confirm the licensing and experience in a target state if you want to work with your own lender though, so buyer beware. Some things that go wrong often are ignoring commute, mountain snow access, or seasonal weather impacts. A lot of people move here from warmer climates and don't understand the impacts of weather and snow and winters here in the inland Northwest have on their daily lives. So you want to make sure that we have the ability to have a built-in buffer for our commute times and various things like that for wrecks on the highway and such. Another major disaster that I see often is basing our decisions on pictures alone. You got to demand video walkthroughs, drone shots, and disclosure documents in order to make a well-informed decision to get a more clear picture of what we're actually dealing with. Don't let this be you. It is a common mistake I see, and I don't want this to be a situation where I have to say, I told you so. Look, if you're ready to get serious about buying remotely in Spokane or North Idaho, download my free relocation buyer guide. The link is in the description below. It provides information that my clients have found helpful in their relocation decision, and I'm offering it to you for free, no strings attached. Also, if you just want to skip to the chase, book a relocation strategy call with me. We'll walk you through your goals, timeline, budget, and build a custom plan tailored to your family and lifestyle. And I want to be clear about this. There's no pressure, there's no fluff, just step-by-step roadmaps like this video, but customized to you. Buying a home remotely isn't just possible. For many, it's the smartest move. With clear intention, the right team, and a good plan, you can get your dream home in Spokane or North Idaho without endless flights or guesswork. So if you liked what you saw today, please hit subscribe. I post regular Spokane and Inland Northwest relocation content to help remote families and young professionals such as yourself relocate to the Inland Northwest every single day. I want to thank you for watching, and I'm going to see you all in the next one. Bye.